Hey folks, let's get on to it. Probably skip a bit of this because I know I paused because you know how this computer be going with me. But let's just go through it. The NBA is dropping a new mode come next gen come next month, and it's called it's called the W for the WNBA, primarily for the WNBA gameplay. Trying to extend that lead because of course you always need NBA for life support. But other than that, uh it's interesting enough giving more of the WNBA yet more identity to not be played on your game. But other than that, I think it's a decent experience for a 3v3 plus a interesting career mode plan to bring more depthness because of course there's a bigger women's demographic here in the 2K community than there ever will be in your fan base. But other than that, uh it's a interesting game mode. The only thing that I'm having, if you're making this 3v3 happen, are you able to play with these WNBA stars on the blacktop? Are you able to have your My Career player, like, don't make it secluded from the men's thing so everybody can play with each other? They just have a female model, like how the NBA Live does it. Because NBA Live had a lack of online and offline content. But over the exclusivity of it all, you can get your female character or your male character. You can play either the NBA or WNBA season, and you can still compete online in blacktop events where you can hoop with male and female ballers. So that's practically the gist of what the W technically is. And this is shockingly one of the bigger positives I'll say, but I don't. But there's many ways they can like mess this up, and if they make this exclusive for Morley, they have to think probably of a female park. They gotta think of female. They gotta think of isolated servers because because of course most women when they play 2K game they want to dunk, and no one's gonna play that much of online game involving the female models if they can't do that. I think even in NBA Live you can posterize. I'm not saying that's the only thing you can do, but it gives a bit more pizzazz. It gets more excitement over the gameplay. And we don't even know if this is going to be viable for every user because, of course, a lot more people are going to be using the park and they're going to be using the male models. They're going to be playing. They're going to be still playing the My Career for the male counterpart because, of course, it's more exciting. There's more stars. Yeah, there's plenty of ways to go about it. I'm not saying what they're doing is terrible, and it's giving more things because other than that, all we had was a play now to play a WNBA basketball game, and then you only had one season to to rebuild the WNBA team. They only had a season long. I wouldn't mind if they had like at least a 10 season, like 10 or 20 years for a league for a season mode more in depthness. It seems like they're super more realistic too. Like if you haven't seen the trailer for the NBA 2K trailer, it's phenomenal. But other than that, uh, this is crazy. Am I expecting a good game from this? Probably not. There's still going to be major flaws, especially coming over to the next gen, because you don't know how we could get positive counterparts for 2K14's impact. But seeing how the game looks, we don't know that much intel into the gameplay and possibly any other content that's going to be that isolated from to what current 2K21 has that I have. It's going to be at least interesting in the standpoint. And of course, we have dudes with girlfriends just hyping up the game. Ultimate title is the L here. The Hornets would go undefeated for 10 years in the WNBA. That's not nice. I can't wait to play as a 6'8" WNBA woman that can't dunk. Oh my god, just bashing the women. And there's, of course, I've made my own personal jabs to the WNBA organization because I think they're leeching SJW lesbian scum that obviously are not grateful for the what the NBA provides. Don't have an interesting counterpart to the actual basketball league that's getting billions of dollars off them playing basketball for 81 games and the like struggling mere millions with lacking attendance than the WNBA. Terrible social media presence, converting straight women to gays immediately whenever even in the league, and you guys still gotta play Euro to even gather decent price. That's going to take either good performances consistently on the courts. They have to be probably a primordial all star. So bench warmers in the by the NBA because of front office decisions and anything else. He can be given a 3-year, 50 million contract per year, and He's just a second small forward on the league that's been playing for probably 12 years and hasn't produced since 2000s. That's how much money an NBA, just one NBA franchise can do. And yeah, I want the WNBA to succeed. I want them to have like a more interesting countermeasure, but I know they don't have enough money to make their own video game. Even TNA, back in the day, were at least semi-popular enough to even have their own video games. As flawed as it was, it showed the growth of their fan base. They actually had stars from some countermeasures or another. It was actually a more funner product to watch than WWE at the time, even when WWE was still actually with successful ratings and actually popular stars. So yeah, longer than I have to take on this topic, but yeah, just type to me in the comment section below if you feel like the W was an actual L. I mean, there's obviously some people probably already using that in their titles anyway. I don't know about you. I'm just going to be titling it as generically as such, so I don't get that much backlash, in my opinion. But that's it for me.